Well, y'all, it's about time I gave you a garden tour. But I gotta give a little disclaimer before you watch the video of the garden tour. You just have to forgive what I looked like. Y'all, it was between 6:30 and 7 a.m. in the morning. I was headed to the chicken houses to work. Hadn't even brushed my hair. I was looking rough. But the video is not about me anyway. It's about the garden. So pay attention to the garden. I hope you enjoy the new garden update. Good morning, y'all. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. And I came out here to the garden, Bright and I did. We always do this every morning. But I thought I'd give you a quick garden tour. He's waving. So I'm going to turn the camera around and give you a quick tour. Tomatoes are all staked. They probably could use tying up again already. Believe it or not. But they are all staked.
Show them the difference between the black matting and the not.
Yes, here's the ones that we have the black matting. There's no weeds, maybe just a couple around the base, but no problems with weeds at all. And over here, it's not bad because we tilled it yesterday and hoed a little bit, but there is definitely some grass in between these tomato plants. As you can see, I have fruit on my brandywine. I have not seen a German yet. But we may have them, and I just have missed them. I see blooms. I just haven't seen the fruit yet. There's more brandywine. Over here's my cucumbers. I think a little fertilizer got the leaf on that one. But we had a couple spots that they did not come up in. Or we tilled them up by accident. Here's one growing tall, which is kind of odd. But yep, tomato plants are looking tremendous. And here is a great big old tomato. So we definitely have fruit. And these are the Germans down here. Was iffy about even planting, but they've just come right along. So they're behind the rest of them. Have a cherry tomato plant down here. I have several cherries just kind of dotted throughout the garden. I see plenty of blooms. I still don't see a fruit yet. So we'll see. We'll see. Our peppers, with the exception of just a couple, are doing great. I've actually harvested a banana pepper off of here already and off of that one. Now this is a pepper plant that the stalk is still alive, but nothing else is. So it's pretty pitiful. But all our peppers are doing great. Here's our zucchini and squash. And we did finally get the trellis up on our green beans. And they've actually already started to grab hold of the trellis. And they're growing up. My raised beds have kind of seen their better day. My carrots and beets are left in the other one. I have two great cabbages coming along. My lettuce is just about done for. And my other little garden that has the bad dirt in it, my herbs aren't doing too good. So we'll see. I think he's going to lower my trellis. But I think it's fine, Dad. They're just shorter than the rest.
Now you tell me.
So, anyway, everything's going great in this garden. We'll see you at the next garden. Thought I would show you guys my my cabbage plants that are doing so well. I mean, it is the cabbage head is real firm. And this one's behind this one, but definitely they're both doing great. And the one that I thought was dead is actually coming back to life. I think it's going to run out of room, so. And then I wanted to show you, these are the Birdhouse Gourds I planted. And I'm going to build an archway trellis right here. And we need to get that, because it's got runners already. We need to get that built today. And they're in amongst the weeds and onions. These are loofah gourds. So we got some of those coming up. Okay, over at this garden, we've had a little bit of trouble. Not much. It looks beautiful, as you can see. But my potatoes, the plant I was most excited, because I've never planted potatoes. We came out here and they were just devastated by the potato bug or potato beetle or whatever it's called. I mean, no leaves, and even the stalks were down to nothing hardly, some of them. And I knew nothing organic would help that situation, so we had to go non-organic and dust them. But other than the potatoes, everything over here looks good, so let me take you through it. Okay, right here we have our first 4 rows of corn. Half rows, because we only go half the length of this garden with each row.
Those rows are 60 feet.
But the half of the garden is 60 feet, Bryant said, so they're pretty long rows.
4 regular rows for other people.
Yep, so we've got 4 60-foot rows of corn. And our watermelon is coming up, and I wanted to show you something really neat. Let me show you a good example. Okay. Oh, and here's a little weed I can get out while we're here. On Morning Glory. These are called Moon and Stars, and the actual watermelon has yellow dots on it. It's a dark green melon with yellow dots. But if you look at the foliage, it has yellow dots as well. I thought that was really, really cool. So, watermelon is coming along and doing great. So let's go on up here to the other half of the garden. There's a spot right through here that the watermelon did not come up in. Well, here's one. And this one looks great. And see, here's those yellow spots. Is that not cool? I'm such a geek, I guess, thinking that's cool, but I thought it was cool. All right. And man, these have jumped overnight. These jumped since last night. This is 2 rows of okra. And man, have they jumped. Like last night I thought, man, I thought they'd be taller than this, but they've really jumped. So I have 2 rows of okra doing great. Hey, Dad.
Hey.
And here is my row of purple hull peas. They're like similar, I guess, to, yeah, field peas. Similar to black-eyed peas, but they're not. Or similar to Crowder peas. These are easy to pick because when they're ready, they turn purple. And I have 3 stalks of corn that somehow has found its way in this row. I have a feeling I had a little bird.
Or they were in the planter.
Or they could have still been in the planter, that's right. But anyway, the purple hulls look great. Actually starting to get their extra little tendrils. Now here are my potato plants. Poor little things. And I'll show you. You can see this stalk. I don't know if you can see it, but there's no leaves anywhere left on that stalk. This one still has a few leaves. And I still have some potato plants that look pretty decent. But I will say, oh yeah, here's some that I just didn't even bother dusting because there's nothing left.
But they still may grow some fruit.
Yeah, I hope they do. See, that's a potato. No, that's not a potato.
That's a weed.
I'm sorry, but there is potatoes out here.
It was.
Oh, you tilled them up. But y'all, I know I didn't do it, or that does seem to work.
Yeah.
There's no
It stinks.
it does stink. I don't know what it was. Here's one that's been pretty much devastated, but there are a few leaves left on it. And because of the way we're going to harvest the potatoes, we're not bothering to weed any around them, because you just plow it up. So, yeah, I'm trying to salvage what few potatoes I have left. And I don't see... have you seen a beetle? Here's one. No, that's not a beetle. That's dirt. I don't see any beetles. They were covered in these beetles last night. But they seem to be gone. Wish I'd have dusted earlier. But anyway, yeah, here's one that's partially devastated by the beetle. And there's one that's pretty much completely... It's naked, yep. Oh, here's a beetle. I found one.
He's on the bottom side.
Can you get him and squash him?
He's a fat little rascal.
He is. He's been eating. Look how much he's been eating. So,
I got a feeling he's a vegetarian.
Vegetarian, yeah. He only eats potatoes. He loves his carbs. So, we're hoping to salvage some potatoes. I hope it doesn't affect the actual potato. I hope it's just the leaves. But I have a feeling if the leaves aren't growing well and the stalks aren't doing good, the potatoes may not be doing good. So, but other than my potatoes, my garden seems to be doing great. It's a cool day out here, a beautiful day. We're going to the chicken houses. I'm going to walk my two, and then I've got to go cook a meal for church tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little garden tour. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you guys later.